Despite spending generously throughout COVID, Mr. Macron cannot now spend his way to popularity, said Margot Ferracci. Emmanuel Macron's dwindling popularity and increasing difficulty connecting with voters have prompted him to appoint youthful Gabriel Attal as his new prime minister in the hope of getting a boost. An expert in French politics, Margot Ferracci also believes the circumstances which the French president currently faces, not least the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East, are uniquely complex, and could not have been anticipated when he was elected 7 years ago. The specialist in global leadership who has worked for global companies including Macquarie Bank, NAB, Seek.com, Ashurst, and CBA, was speaking after Mr. Macron replaced Elizabeth Borne with 34-year-old Attal, who became Ms. Ferracci said, "It's common for politicians to arrive on a wave of popularity and find themselves in unpopular territory as the reality of governing sets in. If a politician is elected on a reform agenda, as Macron was, and there is a strong opposition in place, it increases the likelihood of their popularity waning. The resurgence of populism via Marine Le Pen's RN creates in Macron a lightning rod for French voters who feel isolated and disconnected. Le Pen's role is to drive this." As for Mr. Attal's appointment, Ms. Ferracci explained, the replacement of Borne, whose popularity was even lower than Macron's, at 23%, with Attal enables Macron an attempt at using Attal's popularity to boost his own. She said, "Macron's appointment of Attal, the most popular politician in France, is an exercise in supreme pragmatism to that end. He means we can only assume, to piggyback on Attal's popularity and give himself the best chance of both increasing his own popularity now and staying in power in the next election." Like Mr. Macron, Mr. Attal was pragmatic, modern and free.